Well, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Automotive Insight. Today we've got a 2015 Toyota 4Runner. During the inspection, we noticed that the shocks were leaking on it. Both the shocks and the struts were leaking on it. This is a limited. This has the dynamic suspension, the x-reas, the really overly complicated strut shock system that has the left front and the right rear together with a line and a reservoir, and the left rear and the right front together with a reservoir. Super common to go bad, so we're going to replace them with the OEM ones. So let's get to it. Lug nuts are 21s. Alright, next we're going to work on these two lower ball joint bolts. They are 19 millimeters. Alright, these two, your new one's going to come with this line. They are 19 and 22. And don't worry about fluid leaking out of here. They have little Schrader valves on them. Alright, these brackets are 12 millimeters. Lower strut nut is a 19. Upper strut nuts are 14s. Alright, we'll work on getting our bottom bolt out. Sway bar nuts are 17s. There we go. Alright. So with our sway bar up and out of the way, we ought to be able to pry down on our control arm. And get our strut out. Alright, it is worth noting that there is left and a right. They're different part numbers. I always just mark them. So this would be the left front, and you can tell that because it's where the quote-unquote brake line, the line feeds into it, is going to be pointing out. So I just do that on both of them so that you don't get lost as to where you're going. So let's go ahead and this is a 17. It may or may not spin with the rod, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, not entirely sure where I lost yet. I lost my other camera, but we're back on here. All right, the install is just the opposite of the disassembly. I will have to pry down on that. Alright, this one fought me a ridiculous amount of time. Ordinarily, if you get a bolt started, there's still enough play in it that you can finesse it to get it to start. I mean, I got that one started like that, but I ended up having to take the shield down and take this bolt all the way out to get it back in. But anyway, it's back on, so we'll go ahead and snug her down. Alright, the hardest part about the job is trying to get this stuff lined back up here. Alright, let me go run and grab torque specs for all these things because I have everything just loose as is, and I'll come back to you. Alright, got everything torqued down. Let's go over the specs. This 17 is 37 foot-pounds. These 14s are 47 foot-pounds. That 12 millimeter right there is 18 foot-pounds. Sway bar length is 52 foot-pounds. These two are 70 foot-pounds. The last one is this one. This is at 70 foot-pounds, but you have to have the suspension loaded. So I'm going to put the wheels on it, lower it down. I'm going to throw it up on the alignment rack and do it on the alignment rack. All right, well, that's going to wrap this one up. So the way that we did it, you could make the argument that you wouldn't need to do an alignment on it afterwards. I would still recommend that you do it. I'm going to do it just because you're messing around with all the geometry of the suspension. Better safe than sorry. So let me try to head off some of the questions that we're going to get. I know that we're going to get in the comment section. Number one is, can you replace them with the non-x-reas ones? Yes, you can. The only difference between them is the front springs. On the limited, there's something different about the springs. I don't remember if they're softer or shorter or something. There's something different about them, but you can use them as long as you reuse the springs. Now, which brings me to our next question. A lot of people always say, get quick struts. You can get quick struts, but make sure that they're for a limited, because if you put quick struts on for like an SR5 or like a TRD, you're going to be doing the Carolina squat. It's going to be sitting up way higher in the front than it is in the rear because those springs are different. Another criticism we're probably going to get is, why didn't you put mounts on it? Well, these mounts don't really go bad all that much, and the reason is they don't turn. They're not like a standard strut that has like a bearing plate in it. They're just kind of along for the ride. They typically, unless they're rusty, they really just don't go bad. They don't really give any problems. And if we were to do mounts on it, that would just about double the price of parts. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We, generally speaking, just don't have any problems out of them. Another question that might come up is, do you have to bleed them? No, you don't have to bleed them. The way that these are is the whole system is sealed. They have little Schrader valves in them to keep any air or anything from getting in them. What I remember being told in school was that basically there's enough in the reservoir to replace every shock/strut once. Then after that, if they leak again, which they probably are going to leak again, you have to replace everything. You have to replace the whole, the reservoirs, all the lines, the shocks, the struts, the whole kit and caboodle. It's a terrible design. I don't know why they did this. But I mean, you know, I don't make them, I just fix them. So, but anyway, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Oh, parts and labor breakdown. So there's a couple different labor ops that you might get for it. This one is the dynamic suspension, but it did not have the KDS, which is the I don't remember what it stands for, kinetic something, sway bar, something or other. It doesn't have that. It really doesn't matter in all reality when you're working on it. The front struts calls for 4.5 plus an alignment. So you'd be looking at like roughly 5.5 for that. The parts are pretty expensive. They're like $150 a piece, depending on where you get them or where you find them. So you're at about $300-ish in the front, and then, you know, 4.5 to 5.5 hours labor on replacing them and doing an alignment. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap this one up for today. Hopefully we earned a thumbs up from you. Let us know what you think down in the comment section. We have new content for you every single week, so consider subscribing to the channel. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.